What is up, guys? Frank and welcome to my live reaction and review for The Promised Neverland Chapter 124, Spill It. Alright guys, so last week we met these characters. Emma and Norman met these characters, and this was the first time we saw them. And I have a feeling that this is the them that Norman was talking about 3 chapters ago. We also got Emma basically making the decision that she doesn't want to kill the demon. She wants to live side by side. We also know that Norman is not there. He's gone off somewhere. And I got a feeling we're going to learn a bit more about these characters, what their names are, all that kind of stuff in this chapter, because that would make sense, and that would actually add up to how the story is progressing. But anyway, let's just get straight into this week's chapter. As always, guys, if you want to follow along, you know what you need to do. Bring it up on your tablet, PC, whatever it is you read your manga on. Let's get straight into it, guys. I'm looking forward to it. I know you guys are as well. Let's do this. Alright, so we've got an awesome chapter here. The Guardians of Paradise are exploding with power. Alright, chapter 124, Spill It. Invited to stay. So we've got the guy, we've got them both staring them down. We've got the other guy handing them tea. I'm Silo, and that's Barbara. That egghead over there is Vincent, so we know about Vincent already. We've seen him. They all came off insane pressure. Emma and Ray, was it? From Grace Field? Yes. So Barbara's like full on staring Emma down. I like that's funny. We're escapees too, you know. And our escape was way better. We kicked that bomb's ass. I love it. Like, yeah, you did good, but we did better. Yeah. Right. What is? Right. You guys feel the need to childish compete all the time? Please accept my humble apologies for their behaviour. I love it, Vince. It's like the civilized one. They're like assholes. I love it. That is so awesome. Nah, you guys are amazing. Incredible even. There's no way we could have done that. Bravo! And Ray's just being an ass. So, yeah, they're okay with it. So they're like, I don't know, and Ray's just being a complete ass. I love how they're not getting his sarcasm. That mark in the spot, same as Norman's. Okay? They broke free from that farm. So, these 3 are the irregulars like Zazie and Adam. Okay? Vincent was the man in the medical bay yesterday. Anyway, they're in the boss's room and acting like this because of his absence. They're not part of the masses like Hayato and Jin. They're even higher up. For now, I'd like to avoid any problems. Excuse me. Thank you so much for yesterday. Okay. For Christy and Dominic's treatment. The boss let me know about them. I wish the best for them. Thanks. So she's thanking Vincent. That's well and all, but we want to know. This pressure again? Yes. How about you tell us what you wanted to talk about with that guy? That guy? The boss, of course. Remember James. What did you want to talk about with Norman? You guys caught him? And they're like, yeah. They're all embarrassed. It's like, this is... Even if you try to hide it, you idiots love the boss. They love Norman! They love... Shut up, you love everything he does too. Because you're longtime friends of the boss, they can't stop themselves from being nervous. I can't. Even you do! And they're like, I love it. So Vince is like all calm and they're like super excited and everything. I mean, aren't you curious? When we came back from our morning patrol, they were making a ruckus downstairs. Talking about how yesterday the boss was like a totally different person. What's up with that, I thought? It made me real curious. And what's more, you guys turned out to be super good friends? What kind of guy is this Norman? Tell us already. So they're like, come on, we want to know more. I love it, like little kids. I love it. Oh, well, they're hiding their embarrassment. Well, I don't think he's changed that much since back then. Okay. Norman is kind and smart. He's always so soft and smiles in such a sweet way. Royal Straight Flash, that's the soft smile. Soft? Sweet smile? He's way different! I was like, huh? But we were just getting started. He's really that different? Then what is your Norman like? Stiff, cold, he's an emperor. My bad. An emperor? I love it. Ray's like, oh my god. I just love it. Looking like he's like stiff, cold, he's an emperor. Ray's like, he's spinning the thing out. Oh my god, it's hilarious. Oh. Hey, you don't got any more like embarrassing stories from when you were kids? Actually, until he was 10 years old, he wet the bed. Actually, until he was 10 years old, he wet the bed, for example. Yeah, like that. Nothing other than that. He never really wet the bed, though, if I remember correctly. So he didn't? Ah, that's right. One time when he was recovering from a cold, so they told him, I totally feel you. After that, so they're telling him stories about Norman and that, and they're all just sitting there laughing away. Thank you. This is such a nice conversation. In the end, you guys really do know him best. I'm crying, so they're laughing. So even a long time ago, the boss was so cool. Thanks. I'm glad we could hear so much about him. Now then, enough talk about how he was in the old days. Norman right now, he's a good man. He cares for his companions. Not with a sweet smile or softly, though. For all of the sake of saving us cattle, he works without sparing any time to sleep. He saved all of us. Okay? So Norman's been putting in a lot of work to get all this set. And made use of this power we have. He made us realize power from Lombarda. Okay? The experimental farm Lombarda 7214. We're comrades of the same mind that met back at that cesspool. Alright, so that's everybody else that we saw, along with Zazie. Before that, Barbara and I were from Goodwill Ridge, and Vincent was born in Glory Bell. Us three acquired our power from those shitty experiments back at Lombarda. Okay, so they're basically being experimented on. Day after day, it really was like hell. No. Hell would be putting it too nicely. So many kids died and were killed. It's the most foul thing I've ever seen. If the boss hadn't come, I wouldn't be alive now either. He was a 12-year-old brat, but it was like I saw a god. Come this way, so this is Norman rescuing. The boss constructed a plan, and the four of us, including Zazie, executed it. And until now, all 5 of us have been destroying and freeing the farms. 5 of you? That's it? So they're freaking out. That's right. It's like I told you. We're amazing. You don't have to worry. With the boss's perfect plan and our power, victory will definitely be ours. I can't wait to hurry up and kill every last one of them. Every time I kill a demon, I get this real nice feeling deep in my chest. Me too. Whenever I eat meat from demons whose asses we kick, that nauseous feeling goes away. Okay. Then that meat you just had, you must be surprised. That's right. It was demon meat. I wonder if it was an employee of that mass production farm we hit the other day. Okay. I mean, it makes me sick us being cattle to them. Even now, my head and body still can't forget. Their eyes, that agony, every single day. Everyone has the same enemy, but just killing them isn't enough for me. That's right, the Ratari clan and those demons. I'll kill them all with those same eyes they had. Okay, so it looks like they're eating demon meat and that's how they're maintaining their power and strength and all that. So they're like, what's with that face? Are you sympathizing with the demons? Why don't you look happy? Aren't you happy? I find it hard to believe that cattle wouldn't want to kill the demons. Oh yeah, that talk with the boss you wanted. You were going to spew something like, change the plan, weren't you? Oi, take it easy, brother. You're breaking the hideout. Demons are monsters that should be exterminated. Barbara! So they're yelling at Barbara. She's like super strong. Stop it, Barbara. It's too late for that path. There's nothing stopping this plan now. The boss is moving the plan up. This morning, he started with his strategy. Even if you chase after him, you won't make it in time. By the time he returns, no one will be able to stop it. His plan. You said he was out of the office, so just where is Norman at? Right. He went to meet them. Ooh, alright. So this is not the dem that he's talking about. They're one piece of the puzzle. So we've got Zazie and a couple other guys. I received your letter, William Manova. My business is just as I've outlined in there. The revolution begins to move. His trump card is, I've come to formally request an alliance with you. Let's join hands and destroy... No, are you serious? Demons? I've come to formally request an alliance with you. Let's join hands and destroy this world. Is Norman looking to join the demons? Because that's what it's looking like at the moment. It has to be. Holy crap. This is kind of crazy, guys. I'm really curious about what the overall plan is. And if this is him trying to join the demons to form an alliance so that they can take on the royals, the nobles and all that, they're not going to just do it for free. Like, what is he offering them in its stead? That's the real question. But anyway, guys, we'll talk about that in the review. Chapter 124, The Promised Neverland, guys. Spill it. Very interesting chapter. Not a lot in the grand scheme of things went down. Pretty much, we found out it was Cisco and Barbara and Vincent are the three names of the people that were sitting in the office that we saw last week. We know about Vincent from quite a few chapters before. And that we also find out where Norman is. So the majority of this chapter is based on them, on Emma and Ray talking with Vincent, Barbara and Cisco about Norman, what he was like when he was younger, all that kind of jazz, and basically kind of, gloating, yeah, our escape was better and all that kind of stuff, and kind of learning how they all came to be and how they ended up all together. And that, well, along with Zazie, those 5 other ones who have been doing the majority of the damage to all of the farms and rescuing cattle children and all that kind of jazz. We also find out towards the end of the chapter that Norman is already out meeting them. And we find out who them are at the end, very end of this chapter. And basically Vincent says, look, even if you leave right now, and you run as fast as you can, you're not gonna make it in time. Right? He has moved the plan up, and he basically is getting things started. Once this has happened, that's it. There is no turning back, no choice. He has to go through with it. And he's very cold, ruthless, and that's it. And I love how they describe, how Emma and Ray describe him compared to how Cisco and that describe him. So Emma and Ray goes, he's like, he has I'm going to double check, make sure I get this right. Where is it? Okay. Emma describes him as kind and smart, and he always so soft and smiles in such a sweet way. So then we got Cisco and that they're pissing themselves. They're laughing like this. It's like, well, how would what is your Norman like? And they're like, stiff, cold, he's an emperor. And then Ray's like, my bad. I love it. Like, an emperor? So she's like, what? What the hell? So I love how, like, he's very, very different. But we got to see a lot of those little traits in him very early on back in the Gracefield arc. He was very cold. He was very ruthless. Things like some of the ideas he was coming up with were very cold and ruthless and very little shits given. So to see him very much acting on that is very, very different. Right? And then we basically find out, all of the stories and stuff like that. Then we go into the whole thing of what it was like at Lombarda. Basically, these guys were consistently experimented on day after day after day. They say, hell isn't bad enough. This place was beyond hell, right? They saw hundreds of kids die every single day. And we also got to see where they came from. So, I'm just going to double So we got Barbara and Cisco were from Goodwill Ridge, and Vincent was born in Glory Bell. So they all came from other farms and were sent there. Kind of like Norman was taken from Gracefield and put there. So there's a lot of little things that add up, to get them to this point. So when it comes to Barbara and Cisco, as far as we know with Barbara, she's like super strong. And she is actually eating demon meat. So what I thought was just like a ham hock was actually demon meat. Was actually a demon that they had killed and butchered, and now she was eating that. So seemingly they're using that type of stuff to maintain their power, all that kind of jazz. So similarly similar to what the demons actually do when they eat the humans. So I'm not sure if Vincent and Cisco do the same thing, but we know Barbara definitely does it because she pretty much said it in this chapter. So what is the plan? We still don't know what Norman's overall plan is. The one big thing we do know is at the very end of the chapter, I'm just clicking to the very end of the chapter, he has arrived and they're one piece of the puzzle. Okay, we've received your letter, William Minerva. My business is just as I've outlined in there. I've come to formally request an alliance with you. Let's join hands and destroy this world. And then we got a picture of 5 demons. Yeah, 5 demons. We don't know who they are. We don't know if they're high up, they're nobility, if they're maybe that they're part of that religion that doesn't need humans. We don't know anything about these guys. All we know, these are them. What relevance they have to the actual demon society and all that kind of jazz, I have no idea. So it's very interesting to see how this is playing out because I want to know, alright, are they going to join? What's going to happen if they refuse? Well, because Norman is there with Zazie. There's 2 of them. I believe it's just Zazie. I know it's Norman is there with Zazie and somebody else. Okay, I don't know who this other person is because we can't see and it doesn't show us who they are. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. I'm really curious about what's going to go down. Like, how is this playing out? What is the overall plan? Form an alliance with the demons, have them set up in an area, and then break out, and then the humans rush in, like Zazie, Barbara, Cisco, and all them rush in and do the major damage while they're distracted dealing with all these other demons. I'm really curious about how this is going to play out because we don't know what Norman's overall plan is. He knows, all he really knows is he wants to eradicate and wipe out the farms and all that kind of jazz. Besides that, the actual details of the plan, we don't know. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. So this could go one of 2 ways. This could be Norman approaching saying, look, I'm currently got all these cattle children. I want them to be safe and everything. So let's form an alliance. We form an alliance. We take care of the shit that we don't want to deal with. Maybe he's going to offer them something in return. I don't know. It depends on what he's willing to offer them. I'm really curious about what Obviously, they're not going to just say, alright, we'll do this for you, but we're not going to do anything in return. Norman's going to have to offer them something in return. I'm curious about what that is. I'm not quite sure. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. But anyway, guys, overall, the art, solid again. Progression, not a ton of progression. Basically, the big reveal that Norman is meeting with demons and he's requesting to form an alliance. I'm very curious about how this is going to play out. Who these demons are, why are they important, and all that kind of jazz. I'm really, really curious about this. So that's why this week, guys, I'm going to give this chapter 3 stars. It was a solid chapter. Wasn't super hype. I wasn't super shocked at him meeting demons. But still, it could have been demons or other humans. But I was leaning more towards demons. But I didn't know who them were. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this now plays out. But anyway, guys, that is all for me. Let me know in that comment section below what you guys thought. Did you like it? Didn't like it? All that kind of jazz. And as always, guys, I'm Free01. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash that subscribe button. It helps the channel out great. And it's also completely and totally free. And as always, I will see you guys next week with another live reaction and review. Peace.